Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Annalise and I teach people how to change their life by changing their thoughts. And today I'm going to be talking about the devil again. This is the third time that I've spoken about him, although I'm starting to realise that the second devil might not have been the devil who I was speaking to the first time. So I just really wanted to go over this, talk about it, clear a few old things up, because I saw something that made me have a few realizations, and they've made me realize that what the devil was saying to me is like absolutely right. So maybe I should start worshipping him again. Before I get into it, I'd just like to say thank you to everyone who gives me a thumbs up, everyone who comments, everyone who shares, everyone who subscribes. Thank you very much. It really does help other people to find my channel and learn that they too can change life by changing their thoughts. Right, so if you don't have Gaia, what the fuck is wrong with you? Only joking. Right, so Gaia, if you don't know what Gaia is, it's a streaming app like Netflix, but it's got better shows on. It's not got all the brainwashing, fear-mongering bullshit that is on normal mainstream TV. It's got the real history of Earth, stuff about aliens, meditation, a lot of metaphysical, esoteric, spiritual knowledge on there. Things, brand new science as well. Not, you know, a lot of quantum physics and stuff in there, epigenetics, neurology, all the sorts of things that are being added to scientific journals that just aren't being changed in schools. And you know, with these scientific journals, they are peer reviewed, so unless you are a peer of one of these scientists and you read these journals, then you're probably not going to know about this information. So that's what is so amazing about Gaia. It's not just about all this spiritual knowledge and all these whistleblowers from like CIA and like, you know, about like the aliens and the moon and stuff. Like, there's some really good stuff on there. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you look on there. But there's one particular show that I've recently started watching, and it's called Initiation. And there's this dude, I think he's like Spanish or something, I'm not really sure. Maybe I should know more. Maybe I should have taken some notes and done a little bit of research on him. But it's not important. That's not what I'm here to talk about. So this dude in Initiation, he can basically tap into the Akashic records. If you don't know what the Akashic records are, it's basically the ether, same as the ether, what Nikola Tesla spoke about. It's this energetic quantum field that can be tapped into. So in quantum physics, it's different to Newtonian physics because it's more about information than force. So you can literally, he can tap into the Akashic records, tap into the quantum field, the ether, whatever name you want to give to it, and he can tap into that field and he can pick out this information. You know, many of us can on this spiritual journey. I too can, but I'm definitely not as talented as him. I have had past life regressions before, but I don't have control over them. They just happen spontaneously, and every single time it freaks me the fuck out. But yeah, so he can just tap into any of his old past lives. And I know to some people this information might sound fucking absurd, but it's not. It's real. You can do it. Anyone can tap into these. You've just got to teach yourself how to do it. Obviously it is a little bit of a gift as well, but it's a gift that we all have if we hone in on it. So he can remember lots of past lives, and he gives lots of really amazing esoteric information about the universe, how the universe works. And in this particular episode, can't remember what it's called, but for some reason I do remember that it was episode 5, but I might have to double check that on that. Don't take my word for it. I'm not really sure. So anyway, he was talking about light and dark, and he was talking how basically they contradict each other, but they shouldn't be looked at as a contradiction. They should be looked at as a complement. and he was saying that without the dark you wouldn't even be able to perceive that there was any light, which made me totally realise that, well, he said without the dark you wouldn't be able to see the light, which I interpreted as you wouldn't be able to perceive the light, because you wouldn't be able to perceive the light. If it was just always light, it would just be something that was always there, so you wouldn't be able to perceive that there was any light, because it would just be there. It's only because we have darkness that we can see the duality between light and dark. And he was saying that on one of his past lives he lived on, he said where it was, but I don't really remember. He lived on some sort of planet where they had 3 suns, I think he said, and he said they only had like 2 hours of darkness, so there wasn't much like evil and stuff on their planet. But I'm going off on a tangent here, so going back to light and dark and the duality and how that made me think of the devil and the information that he gave to me before. I'll actually put a link up here, one of these sides anyway. I'll put a link up here to that particular video where I had a DMT trip and the devil come to me, but I'll also put a link to, I'm not sure which side, but it is one of these sides. I'll also put a link to the video of when my friend got possessed by the devil, but I don't think it's the devil, it was just some sort of demon. But yeah, so anyway, what he was saying was angels and demons are one of the same sort of thing. I don't know what words he used, it wasn't those words, this is me paraphrasing here, but that's what the devil said to me, didn't he? The devil, when he came to me, he said that him and God are one of the same, 2 sides of the same coin. And how this Stefan de Matthias, I think that's his name, it just all of a sudden come to me. Divine knowledge for you there. It just came through me. So yeah, so this dude was saying that angels and demons, they are opposites, but they are needed, and he said that they work together. So these angels might be like, right, Dave is not listening to what I've got to say. I'm giving him all these blessings and he's not learning the lessons. That just came out of me there. I didn't even mean to rhyme, but I'll definitely be using that one again. So yeah, so he said that the angels then go to the demons and they're like, you're gonna have to throw some dark at him in order for him to learn this lesson, because he ain't getting it. So he said that he was saying that the angels and the demons work together, they're a team, they work together. And he was saying that when he used to work in one of his past lives, when he used to work in this particular library that holds all the Akashic records, he said like angels would come in for information, demons would come in for information, and he said he didn't look at them separately. He just looked at them like, oh yeah, that's an angel, that's a demon. Like, it wasn't like good or bad, it was just like, yeah, 2 different dudes. And it's kind of like how, you know, we've got different races on earth, and we've got like Caucasians, we've got dark skins, we got Chinese, you know, all these different sort of races. And suppose that'll be the same with aliens as well. We've all just got to learn to be more accepting of other people. Obviously there is such a thing as light, dark, good, bad, but we need to start viewing things from more of unity than duality. And I think that maybe that is what the devil was trying to get across to me. Because one thing that he mentioned as well, he said that in the 6th, it was episode 6. So yeah, definitely don't be believing me when I said it was episode 5. So yeah, it was episode 6, and he was talking about the sixth. How is it so hard to say sixth? So yeah, he said in the 6th dimension, he said the light and dark work together. The light dream it up and the dark create it. And that's what the devil was saying to me when he came to me, and he was saying that him and that God are one of the same and 2 sides of the same coin. He was saying that in order to manifest, you have to use the devil, you have to use the dark. So yep, that's what I got for you today. So I'm so glad to be back. Thanks very much for tuning in today, guys. Namaste.